Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dimma Tutorials Online School. Dimma Tutorials Online School is an educational channel here to help you succeed in your exams. So I want us to look at some post-UTME past questions. Post-UTME past questions of different institutions. We have Ibadan, UNN. Just make sure you watch the video to the end because your post-UTME university, my dear mothers, I will consider today. Okay, so we want to start with Uniben 2012 past questions. And as you guys know, I'm here to bring you lessons on use of English. So we're going to look at UNIBAN positioning past questions. We have the first one: the rise in workers' pay is truly dash booster. The rise in workers' pay is truly dash booster. You have moral. Option B, morale. Option C, you have soul. And option D, you have spirit. Okay. Now the correct answer is option B, morale. When you want to talk about belief, when you want to talk about confidence, okay, use morale. So the sentence is saying that the rise in workers' salary, the rise in workers' pay, okay, boosted their confidence, serves as a confidence booster, as a belief booster. It simply means that it made them to believe more in the organization. Okay, so that's what the sentence is talking about. Not option A, moral, which has to do with bad and good attitudes, bad and good behaviors. So it's not correct. So option C and D, okay, you already know, are not correct. So option B, like I said, is the correct answer. Question 2, we have, for the sake of clarity, the professor was asked to dash. For the sake of clarity, the professor was asked to dash. We have option A, expatiate, B, expand, C, expatiate, D, explicate. Now the correct answer is expatiate. Option A, expatiate. Okay, we're talking about expounding on something, giving more explanations, speaking extensively on something. Use expatiate, not expatiate. A lot of people say expatiate. It's not expatiate, 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 no N, expatiate. Okay, so option A is the correct answer. Option A. Let's look at the next one. We have the controversy has been dashed to rest. The controversy has been dashed to rest. We have lain, lied, laid, and lying. Now the correct answer is laid, option D. Now this question is meant to test your understanding of the use of lay and lie. Okay, lay, L-A-Y, and lie, L-I-E. Okay, it's meant to test your understanding of these two words. These two commonly confused words. A lot of people confuse these two. Now, lay simply means to take something and place on a surface. Now, for example, you take the book and lay, to place something, that is to lay, to place something on a surface, like to lay the duvet, to lay the blanket, to lay the baby. Do you understand? That's what it means to lay. Now, when you want to talk about placing oneself on a surface, okay, to recline, you use lie. Okay, you use lie. Now, the past tense of lie, L-I-E, is lay, and the past participle of lie is laying. Okay, let's say for example, I lay on his bed. Okay, lay on his bed, past tense, past tense. Now you can say I've lain here for 5 minutes. Now I have lain here for 5 minutes, past participle of lie, laying. Okay, now when we want to talk about lay, the past tense of lay is laid, and the past participle of lay is laid. Okay, like I said, lie does not take a direct object, while lay takes a direct object. Okay, when you say the controversy has been dashed to rest, it means something has been put to rest. Something has been taken from a place and put in another place. Okay, so we have to use the past participle of the verb lay, which is laid. So option C is the correct answer. The controversy has been laid to rest. So option C is the correct answer. Now let's move over to another institution. We have UNN here. Let's look at UNN, some UNN post-UTME past questions. Our teacher dashed the importance of reading over our work before submission. We have option A, emphasized on, option B, emphasized, option C, laid emphasis on, option D, put emphasis. Okay, now the correct answer is emphasized. Now first, the word emphasize does not go with a preposition. Okay, is a verb that does not go with a preposition. You don't use the word emphasize with a preposition. You don't say emphasized on. Okay, you emphasize, just like you don't say I want to order for food. Is I want to order food. You don't say I want to investigate on the matter. I want to investigate the matter. So emphasize is a verb that does not collocate with a preposition. So you don't use emphasize with a preposition. Okay, see, laid emphasis on. Laid emphasis on. The past tense of lay, which is laid, is spelled L-A-I-D. L-A-I-D, not L-A-Y-E-D. Okay, so option C is incorrect. You can actually say laid emphasis on. Laid emphasis on, but it's gonna be L-A-I-D. L-A-I-D, not L-A-Y-E-D. Okay. Option D is incorrect. Don't say put emphasis. Okay, don't say put emphasis. So, like I said, option B is the correct answer, emphasized. Now we have young men. Young men should not get mixed dash politics. Young men should not get mixed dash politics. We have option A, in with, option B, up with, option C, up in, and option D, on with. Now the preposition that collocates with the word mixed is up, mix up. Okay, mix up. That's the preposition that collocates with mixed. So option A and option D are incorrect. Okay, so now let's look at options B and C. Mixed up with, and mixed up in. Now, mixed up with simply means to be connected with, to be associated with people. Okay, we want to talk about associating oneself with people, associating oneself, connecting oneself with people. Use mixed up with, especially in a negative sense. Okay, for example, do not get yourself mixed up with bad boys in school. Do not get yourself mixed up with unserious students. Okay, it means that you should not associate yourself with people who are unserious. You should not associate yourself with bad boys. Okay, so that is what mixed up with means. Now, when you say mixed up in, to be mixed up in simply means to be involved in a situation. Okay, to be involved in a situation, especially a bad situation. Mixed up with means to associate with, or even to confuse someone or something with another. Okay, that's what mixed up with means. But mixed up in means to be involved in a situation. Okay, for example, do not mix me up in your family squabbles. Okay, simply means you should not involve me in your family squabbles. Okay, he was mixed up in a fraud case. Simply means that the person was involved in a fraud case. Do not mix up with bad boys. Like I said, it means that you should not associate with bad boys. So should know the difference between these two verbal phrases. Now, having understood the difference between mixed up with and mixed up in, let's answer the question. Young men should not get mixed dash in politics. Should we say mixed up with or mixed up in? Okay, now if you say mixed up with, it means young men should not associate with politics. Does it make sense? Young men should not associate with politics. Doesn't make sense. Rather, you can say young men should not associate with politicians. So option B is incorrect. Okay, young men should not get mixed up in politics. Simply means young men should not be involved in politics. So option C is the correct answer. I hope you understood. Now let's see another one from UNN. The boy is constantly under some dash that he is the best student in the class. The boy is constantly under some dash that he is the best student in the class. We have illusion, we have delusion, we have illusion and allusion. Which one is the correct answer? Now the correct answer to this question is option B, delusion. Okay, option B, delusion. Okay, and it simply means that the boy has a wrong belief. Now the word delusion means to have a wrong belief. Now option A, illusion, to forget, to escape. That's what the word illusion means. Illusion, option C, illusion means something that appears to be what is not. Okay, something that appears to be what is not. Illusion means to make reference. So option B, like I said, delusion is the correct answer. Now let's go to UNIPORT, University of Port Harcourt. We have this imposing edifice dash a fortune to build. This imposing edifice dash a fortune to build. We have had costed. B, costed. C, cost, and D, have cost. Okay, now the verb cost is an irregular verb. Okay, you don't have costed, just like you don't have casted. You don't say I've casted my votes. Okay, it's I've cast my votes. You don't say costed. Okay, the book cost 1,000 naira, not costed 1,000 naira. It cost me 1,000 naira to purchase the book, not it costed me 1,000 naira to purchase the book. Okay, cost, present, past, and participle. Cost. You don't say costed. Okay, so option C is the correct answer. Option A and B are wrong. Okay, option C is the correct answer. Now, option D is incorrect because it will make the sentence to be in the present perfect tense. Present perfect tense, you're talking about something that happened before and has a present consequence. The sentence does not talk about something that happened in the past and is important in the present. So it's not the correct answer. All right, let's stop here today. In my next video, I'll bring lessons on other institutions, on other universities. Okay, I'll keep bringing lessons on past questions on different universities. I'll keep doing that till all of you take your post-UTME exams. Now, if you have not joined our online classes, our post-UTME intensive online classes, it's important to join us because we'll be having lessons on every subject, posting lessons on every subject. Okay, make sure you join us. Make sure you join us. Use the number that's on the screen to send me a WhatsApp message. Join our intensive online classes if you are taking post-UTME this year. I don't want to talk much about it because we already have our JAM UTME students filling the classes. If you miss our JAM UTME classes, it's important to join us. Okay, do not miss our post-UTME classes. Join our post-UTME classes and number that is on the screen right now. Okay, all right, that'll be all for today. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys again in another video. Bye.